Ever want to know what the ticket prices were in the 1980s and 90s?
So go watch that video. She's got a scrapbook there of concert tickets that she's got from the 80s and 90s. I was going to do price for all of them because I'm sure somebody was curious what the adjusted price was. I'm not going to do all of them. I just picked a few, and I'm going to give you some numbers here, but you can tell me if you think it was much more affordable or not. I think it was, considering I think the lowest I've seen tickets go for to an act I would want to see is like $70, and that's in a really crappy seat. So let's look at some of these numbers. The first band she talked about was the Monkees in '86. Cost in '86 was $9. If you adjust that for inflation today, it's $25.79. So not too bad. David Lee Roth, and again, I'm reading notes, so if I'm looking off, sorry guys. In '86 was David Lee Roth. Cost was $15 at the time. Adjust that for inflation, comes to $42.98. That was a pretty big act at the time. I consider it a fairly fair price. Even if we look into wage adjustment, I'm pretty sure somebody could still afford to do these things. I've done videos like it before where minimum wage was enough to kind of cover some of these things, and it was affordable to do so. But tickets being what they are today, it seems ridiculous. So she had one there for Bon Jovi tickets. Cost in '87 was $15.50. She did say she bought 2 of those, so it's $31 at the time. If you adjust for inflation, the cost of a single ticket was $42.85. For both tickets, it would have been $85.70. And that seems like a fair price for 2 people. I've seen shows go for the cost of $85 for 1 ticket today. And, inflation just things aren't keeping up, right? Like, I don't go to concerts really at all, and I haven't because they're too expensive. If I have to choose between $70 on a concert and $70 on something else, unfortunately, I'm not going to see that band. And some of these venues have been horrible. Like, paying $70 for general admission seems ridiculous. And considering that some of the seating, if you're going to be at a show where the seating is out in an area where you can't see, I've said this numerous times, why would I watch a concert that I have to watch through a television? I'll just watch at home. If I paid $70 or more for a concert, hell, even $50, and I have to watch it through a giant flat screen, I'm not really at the concert. It's not the same experience. It's just not. You're not going to change my mind to that. I don't care what you want to say about energy. I can have my closest friend sitting with me on a couch watching a concert through live stream and have the same energy I would watching it through a TV with strangers. It's just not the same. All right, next up we had Rat with Poison. She did not specify a year. I assume 1987. Cost for the first ticket was $15.50, so $42.85 in today's money. She said the second ticket was $13.50, and that'd be $37.32 in today's dollars. So we're going to skip ahead to the 90s. So she mentioned Motley Crue. She said she thought it was her first show with them, I think. It was from the 1990s. Cost in 1990 was $19.50. Adjust that for inflation today was $46.86. So if we look at how far prices jumped from 86, 87, with the rest of those tickets now, there was not that much of an increase. And I think that prices have got out of hand. So what do you guys think? Do you think it was more affordable then? Do you think it was doable? Checking for inflation, by the way, if you are working a full-time job at that time in the 90s, you would have made at $3.35 an hour was the minimum wage. You would have made around $300 after taxes, maybe a little less, for a week, just a week. So looking at the cost of different things, just quickly looking, I'm not doing an in-depth on all that right now, it would have been more affordable. You could have afforded to do at least 2 concerts in a month, at least 2. And I know from looking at different posts that people were doing 3 or 4 in a month, if not more. Sometimes they saw 2 shows back to back. She even shows that. It looks like in the same week or in the same day, maybe, she saw the same concert, which was doable. You can't really do that today. Not just because of pricing either. Ticketmaster's another issue. So anyway, what are your guys' thoughts, and how many concerts do you frequent in today's day?